What do you want to do today? I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know. I'll do anything you want to do. Yeah, but what do you want to do today? Do you have kids? Have they ever had that dialogue? Have you ever had that dialogue? Hi, I'm Reverend John, and our thought for today, I release any apathy or boredom. Now, apathy and boredom, that feeling of listlessness, that of being drained, that can happen to us for many different reasons. It might happen because we're feeling unmotivated by what's happening in our life, by the job, by the relationship, whatever. We might be feeling overwhelmed by all of the things that we have to do in life, all of the giant task list, and it's just such a blur that we don't know where to start. And so apathy starts to kick in. We start to feel drained, and maybe we're even feeling disheartened. It's that feeling of, it's a heck with it. Yet underlying that apathy is that idea that, we really ought to be doing something. And so layered onto that apathy is blame, shame, and guilt. And those energy levels are even lower than feeling apathetic, than feeling boredom. And so that pulls us down even more. And it's so easy to get stuck in that apathy and so difficult to get out because inertia starts kicking in. That weight that we feel in our body, the weight of gravity just feels like we can't even get up. And it's so easy to get stuck there because we start to resist it. And out of the resistance of it comes that idea, well, I should really be doing something else. Blame, shame, and guilt. And that brings us down even more. Sometimes we cover it up, right? When we're feeling apathetic, we distract ourselves. Have you ever binged watched TV with all the streaming services around? It's so easy to watch all 7 movies of Harry Potter in a row. Or, watching the newsroom or watching your favorite television show over and over again. Friends is a great one. Maybe it's, the desperate shores of Redwood City. I don't even think they have shores, just a marina. Anything to keep us from actually having to deal with our apathy. But the problem is it's still there. Sometimes when I feel it, the next day I go to sleep and the next day I'm okay because my body has had time to reset itself. But then there's a whole day lost. And now I have to deal with all of the to-do lists that I didn't do the day before. All of those deadlines are a little bit closer. And so even more stress starts to build up. The key here is to remember that apathy and boredom are temporary states. It's just a state. Maybe it's from being drained, from being, like I said, overwhelmed, or just having a feeling of, I just need a little bit of a break. But when we layer on top of it all of the stories about it, and we layer on top of it all of the story that I really should be different, that just brings us down even more. So the way we release it is through willingness. It's simply a willingness to notice and say, okay, I'm feeling apathetic. I'm feeling drained. I'm feeling bored. But I'm not going to give it a story. I'm not going to give it all of the reasons. I'm not going to distract myself from the things that I know are mine to do. Instead, I'm just going to have a willingness to take one thing off of my to-do list, to do one small thing and not worry about everything, not worrying about the big deadline, just take one step at a time. If you're sitting at home and you walk into your kitchen and you realize the kitchen's a mess, maybe that one step is to do the dishes. If you walk into your bedroom and there's a pile of clothes, maybe that one step is to do some laundry. If you have a project to be done, maybe that one step is one piece of research, one spreadsheet, one line of code, one phone call or one email just to keep moving forward, a willingness to keep moving forward. That's all it takes. To release that apathy, we just need a willingness to continue to move forward. And as you progress, that apathy by itself drains. That lower energy starts to be replaced. As David Hawkins says, if you're familiar with the map of consciousness, right? Willingness is way up in the 300 range. It's when you start to become inspired. It's just a willingness to do one thing. And that inspires you to do one more thing. So the way to release apathy and boredom is simply have a willingness. Not resist it. Notice that it's there. And in that moment, remember the thought, I release apathy and doubt with willingness. This was inspired by Paul's letter to the Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 14. Therefore it says, sleeper, awake, rise from the dead, and Christ will shine on you. As you waken that apathetic, and just allow that apathy to drain from you with a sense of willingness, that divine essence, that light that's already within you can begin to light your way. One step, one small task at a time. So today, remember the thought, I release apathy and boredom. Love and blessings, and have a wonderful day.